I'm like, well, where does this stack up in the 3 you've seen? And his rank was JJ McCarthy, then Jaden Daniels, then Caleb Williams, just off the pro day. Okay.
Okay.
So what do pro days show? Pro days show physical tools. They show the physical potential of a guy and what he can do, mobility, arm strength, all those things, right? That's what pro days is about. Physically, what is this guy? Tools. JJ obviously has them if a GM has seen those 3 workouts and he puts him up there as the top guy.
I've been talking about this for months. Look, I've seen him practice behind Cade McNamara. He's lost 1 game as a starter, 49 touchdown passes, almost ran for another 1,000 yards. He has character and leadership beyond reproach. He's beloved by his teammates. All he wants to do is win.
The Minnesota Vikings have put themselves in prime position this season to absolutely destroy this year's NFL draft. I mean, right away, you look at their ability to trade up and get another first-round pick. Now they have 2, which opens up so many different avenues, so many different windows and doors of things that they could potentially do in this year's draft. They could trade up and try to land someone in the top 5. They could stay patient, keep their first-round picks and just add talent, or they could trade back a couple of times and just continue to build up, future assets, future draft picks, and just continue to get better down the line. Now, with that being said, they're in a position where they can get pretty much any quarterback they want outside of the top 3 unless they move up into the top 3 to get a guy, right? There's obviously Caleb Williams. He'll be the number 1 pick. The number 2 picks of the Commanders will most likely be Jaden Daniels or Drake May. And then the Patriots are in a position where I could see them trading back and trying to get a guy like Michael Penix later on in the first round, but that will leave the Vikings in prime position to take a Drake May, a Jaden Daniels, a JJ McCarthy. In this video, we're going to break down how the Vikings are setting up the absolute perfect draft strategy as well as what they've done so far this offseason. Now, before we jump into the video, do me a favor and comment down below a letter grade for their offseason so far. Hit the like button, subscribe for more Vikings content. It is free, doesn't cost anything to join the family. But with that being said, let's talk about why the Vikings are in prime position to destroy this year's offseason. Now, the first thing you're going to notice when you actually take a look at this Vikings team right now, they are set up to bring in a quarterback and actually be a competitive football team, right? Right away, you have Justin Jefferson, you have Jordan Addison, right? Trent Sherfield, who they brought over from Buffalo, and then you have Aaron Jones, you have a guy in TJ Hawkinson. The O-line is actually really good as well for the most part. I feel like this team with a good quarterback could be a playoff team right off the bat. If you add someone in this first round, a Michael Penix, a Jaden Daniels, a Drake May, a JJ McCarthy, they could really take this team to the next level, especially now that they lost Kirk Cousins. However, with that being said, the acquisition of Sam Darnold is massive, right? Because he can be your starter from weeks 1 through 8, give you some big-time wins, but also help develop the young quarterback at the same time. Now, the biggest question mark for the Vikings is which one of these quarterbacks of, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, which one of these guys is the best fit? And do me a favor real quick, guys. Comment down below, who do you think it is? Obviously, I'm going to give my opinion, but who do you think would be the best fit here in Minnesota? But also, how do they get him? Do they trade up? Can they stay patient? Do they trade back and get more, draft picks for the future? I mean, it is going to be a tough decision in terms of what they do. But in my opinion, I think they might be able to stay patient at 11. Because at the end of the day, if you trade both those first-round picks, get your guy JJ McCarthy, you still need a corner, a deep tackle. There's a bunch of other positions of need in this year's draft. And outside those 2 first-round picks, all you got is 2 fourths, 2 fifths, a 6, 2 sevenths, right? There's no second, there's no third. So this is a big decision. But in my eyes, they need to go out there and get JJ McCarthy, and here's why.
Oh, that's right, but, JJ McCarthy's a first-round quarterback. We know that. Again, he's one of those where you just go, okay, he was in Michigan. It was an unfriendly quarterback offense. It wasn't about throwing the football, but, don't get it messed up like we talk about all the time. You put him on some other college offenses, and it would look a lot different. He can make every throw. He's got the pedigree. He's got, the way that you want a quarterback to be as far as a leader, kind of humble, not looking to be a distraction, any of that. The arm is very strong, right? It's up there with the strongest arms in the draft. In fact, I would say Caleb Williams is the only guy that I would sit here for sure and go, yes, his arm's stronger than JJ McCarthy.
Now, let's watch a few plays here by JJ McCarthy. Let me actually slow it down for you guys. But one of my favorite things about JJ is his ability to just be dynamic and add some versatility to any football team, right? The ability with his legs to get outside the pocket and make plays happen, extend plays as well, right? But also the arm strength and the talent alone, I think is really, really high value, right? Look at this over-the-shoulder throw to the left pylon. I mean, this is a beautiful one right to number 7. I mean, that's insane, right? And again, you have the weapons over here in Minnesota where you can make a lot of these tight throws and they will come down with it. Again, we're going to get a throw over the right sideline now. Look at that, right over the defender's head. Beautiful placement on that football. You know, you just look at his film, right? You break it down a little bit. The man makes some really good throws, right? At the same time, though, this was a play that I'm a little bit concerned about. Now, when I made a video of this prior or before, a lot of people said that this was a throw that he studied. He knew this DB was going to turn around. But quite frankly, when I look at this, you know, it makes me a little bit nervous here. And you guys will see why in just a second. So what he's going to see is this crosser, but he's thinking that this DB is going to turn his head. But if he doesn't, this is an easy interception, right? But either way, I mean, that is insane placement of the football, if you ask me. Just in the NFL, I don't know if that's going to be a completion or an interception, maybe even a pick 6. On this play specifically, we see another unbelievable throw to the right corner of the end zone. So you can see the accuracy is there. You can see the accuracy from the jump is there, and he is a guy that can really make plays happen. And then getting outside the pocket, continuing to keep plays alive, right? This is beautiful. This is what you want to see. You add a new dynamic and not just a guy who has to sit in the pocket and make throws there. Obviously, I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. We got to look at this play again. So right away, we see him get outside the pocket, right? Read the pressure. Let's actually go from the beginning. So boom, you're going to get edge pressure here. He's going to step up, feel the pressure, and then get to the outside, have the ability to break this sack here, stiff arm that guy to the ground, and then also at the same time not being like, okay, I'm just going to run this. I'm going to keep looking at my weapons down the field and see if anyone can get open here. Now you have 2 guys in your face, and to still throw across your body to the opposite side of the field and throw a dot like this, I mean, that is very special. Now, you come over here to Minnesota with guys with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, also the versatility of Aaron Jones as well. I mean, dude, this could be a match made in heaven right from the jump. At the end of the day, you look at JJ McCarthy and what he's going to bring to the NFL. There's a lot of strengths, right? He plays with the chip on the shoulder all the time. He's a guy that loves the game of football, doesn't really care about the money, just wants to win, right? He's got plenty of experience working under center in a pro-style passing scheme with Jim Harbaugh in Michigan, so I think that right away can translate to the NFL. Won't be someone who struggles in that aspect right away. Has adequate ability to locate throwing windows versus zone. We already saw that in some of the film we broke down. He can make drive throws between defenders with good decisiveness. Delivers the ball smoothly. We already talked about the arm strength. We talked about his ability to get outside the pocket and make plays happen with his feet. He's probably one of the draft's most efficient quarterbacks operating out of the structure, which again is very, very, something you want to have at the NFL level. You want a guy to be able to extend plays and make sure, when things aren't going right, you can still make a play. And his toughness to deliver throws when taking a hit, like we saw in that last play there. Dude, I think this dude has all the skills to be a very good quarterback at the NFL level. And if you put him up, put him in there with Justin Jefferson and guys who can really make plays right away, this dude could go from, maybe a solid quarterback to maybe a superstar type of quarterback in a few years, right? Now, teams, wherever he lands, it's going to be massive to see his growth, right? And I think Kevin O'Connell and the coaching staff they have over there in Minnesota could be, again, the perfect fit for JJ McCarthy. Now, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Do you think JJ McCarthy is the right fit here in Minnesota, or would you go the Drake May route? Would you go Michael Penix? I do know Kevin O'Connell likes accuracy, and Michael Penix may be the most accurate quarterback in this year's draft. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Minnesota Vikings video. Peace.